My Lord Wood. Just thought I would make this video. I just finished watching your video, as it were. Got home from work, put on Black Sails because the new episode came out. It's going straight to Netflix now, which is so nice. And I don't have to use my Couch Tuner website to find my show. And I fell asleep like watching it. So anyway, I go back watch that shit. Billions too, by the way. If you haven't been watching that, man, it's so good. That dude, whatever the fuck his name, that guy from Homeland, and Paul Giamatti, man, solid show. It's like I bet you would dig that. I don't know if you watch TV or whatever, but solid show. So coming in to break down The Spy, still in the uptrend, pulling back into this prior resistance level. So in here is going to be a bit more choppy. It looked like we're going to break out here, but I don't know. Uptrend's still intact, and that's all I've got to say about that. So pre-market movers, as you so succinctly put, Esper was there. The pre-market is gone, as it was gone from your chart, but totally remember what I took a screenshot of it, and I'll send it in the email. Of just like, yeah, there was like the nice little place to enter here. So, and as we started to open, it kind of looked like we were going parabolic on the open. So, in the context of we had gapped down, but like I see what you mean about the sushi roll. And if you eliminate this bar, like it is just kind of like a pullback, and we're getting above these highs. But I just like put this in because like we had come up so far, and the entry there like was in pre-market. So I said let it prove itself, and hey, I did set up later in the day for that this trade, or right in here, like you said, the prior intraday highs like holding above. So that's what I was really looking for, and so I made a note to myself, and I didn't buy in here, and I was at least did a good thing there, making a note just to wait. So that was solid for me. Ari was also a big pre-market mover. My idea was that because we would like trade it up strongly, and I don't, the pre-market's gone, but I did miss whatever the other one that you said was coming off base, like NKTP or something like that, or whatever the hell it was. That looked like a good trade. I guess I was looking at Esper more, so I missed that one. But Ari had a lot of pre-market volume done as well, so I was kind of looking for like, so we had, kind of a lot of weakness in the background with this like, high volume day closing way down, and then kind of making like lower highs, and you could argue this is like a level kind of in here, and I was thinking, okay, head and shoulders on the daily. So, if we came up and tested this and then started making like lower highs intraday once countered to VWAP, that could have been a good trade. But what I was looking for didn't set up, so I passed on that. So the question is, did he trade off? Well, you can at least see over here that I traded off today, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back for that, but not too much, because you know what? Even though I traded off, it's what separates average traders from pimp traders. They're entries, and like you said, and I keep fucking up and not having good entries. So, I saw like everything was looking so good. Opened up, you down, tested the close. Once we got up here, I was like, I think I went long right in here. And this is definitely it's going up without me entry. If I could just wait, I could literally buy at the same price, but then, significantly reduce my risk, because I had to risk, I definitely risked like back below VWAP, so I had to risk like 20 cents. Like you'd buy in here, and then, it could be risking, 20 cents, but like you can at least, aggressively under here or under VWAP at least. So, at least managing my risk a little bit better, and this is a much better trade to take. Like, maybe call this a flag, but, at least if I'm buying over here, I can like be happier about myself. But like, this is garbage, man. This is a garbage entry. And I said I was gonna only wait for good entries, but apparently I'm not disciplined enough to do that yet. But we will get there. At least solid thing is I had a top idea. It started panning out, and I traded the one of the best moving stocks for the day. But yeah, man, dude, this is just money. This is one of my favorite things. Like, it's the higher lows, the kind of the intraday ABCD looking deal. Holding just at the top of the intraday range. This is This is such a sweet. This is like where I would enter if I, Bella says if you could trade this trade 1,000 times, where, how would you trade it? I would buy it here. Like this is what I would do. So anyway, I ended up buying it here, but I was good, and I set my stop below VWAP. I think somewhere like 790, and sorry man, I just ate Mom's Touch. I don't know if you ever. It's in LA. Like it's a Korean company, but they have it's like a chicken sandwich place or something. But apparently it's really good. So I just had that. But anyway, yeah, if I could trade this 1,000 times, this would be my entry. I did give my stop enough room, so I had a nice winning trade. And coming off Friday, I thought I made a good trade in AOI. So putting 2 days back to back was nice. So the other trade that I made was Kite. Kind of a similar setup on the bigger picture. Kind of this volume thrust pullback, holding higher, and had all these overlapping bars. So I had my alert set from the prior day at this day's high. So when we came in, I saw we had opened lower and it's kind of chopping. So I think that I've already moved my line. We kind of got above here, like right in here. So I kind of just threw on a trade like somewhere right in here. But the thing I don't like about this is I don't really have an objective spot besides VWAP to put my stop. So I don't really think this is a good trade that I made. Like we talk about having a setup, your idea triggers, but then if you don't have the lower entry, you have to pass, and this is definitely, I'm guilty of that here. So what happened? Well, I got in here, and then as we started testing up, I was okay, trade's working. But then, it should have, probably should have kept going here. Some volume should have come in, but we didn't. And then after this test up here, we just kept chopping sideways. So I said, okay, I'll take a break-even trade. I think I got out right in here, time stop as well. So using a time stop, my trade should have done something, and it should have gone up here. So just kind of put a couple things together for an exit there. But as far as where I got out now. Where did I get now? I was I don't know the time, but it was I got out somewhere in here or something like that. It was getting ready to go to bed, or I sold it 94, so somewhere in here. So you're ready to go to bed. I don't want to be carrying these positions overnight. I mean, obviously it's something you can do, but shit zero at night, makes me want to limit my overall market exposure overall. So I did spot the counter trend trade in Momo that you talked about. It was actually funny that you mentioned it, because the first thing I saw was, okay, yeah, second right gets the cheese, or pulling back to VWAP. I was thinking long, this volume looked all right. And then but just being on guard for the open and go up right off the open. I mean, that's definitely a huge thing that's been keeping me out of trouble lately. So I definitely think it's a solid thing. And sure enough, this was the spot I was going to draw your attention to for my counter trend trade. I guess this is a good entry as well, but more so here. So I definitely saw you talking about the weakness on the daily chart. So this is one of my ideas coming in. Maybe since we've kind of shown some weakness, it's one piece of evidence. 2, if we can get below yesterday's low. Might be looking for some Covell trades. Wasn't a whole lot of other shit going on over here on this watch list. But I mean, you already talked about it. You talked about Chim Chim. That was a hell of a counter trend trade. And I didn't even see this, so thank you for drawing my attention to that. But yeah, I mean, all the just keeping the daily chart in mind, and once we get above the all-time highs, and then you mentioned there's a prior resistance level up here. So I mean that putting a couple of pieces of the puzzle together, you definitely see how that made a nice counter trend trade. So as far as my ideas going in to today, Tesla, where's Tesla at? Let's type that in. Tesla kind of got a few overlapping bars. I mean, the volume has been above average recently. I mean, this could be after this tiny little sideways, and then kind of pulling back to the other side of the midline. So I just kind of got an alert set here if we break out either way. But Tesla's a little rich for my blood. I would like to have something a bit lower price to trade. But yeah, just keeping an eye on the pre-market movers. Like ESPR, I mean, I probably should have traded this yesterday too. But the fact that the entry was in pre-market, and then I had to be in it like over here, and then this is usually the time I'm usually trying to like close my positions and go to sleep. So I mean, it did set up very nice later in the day, which was, as I said, what I was looking for. But I'm not gonna get because historically that's what I do is like I get all excited because I made a good trade, but my number one idea panned out, and so Alf definitely in play. We're not overextended yet, so more expansion perhaps. I've got my alert set for the prior day's high, looking as if we're going to open higher. So, what are some ideas for coming into today's trading session? Well, probably going to open higher, probably going to have an 80-20. So if we 80-20 and then ABCD later in the day, that's kind of what I would be looking for. But if we go up straight off the open, I'll be willing to miss a trade, right in there, because that's it's not really conducive to after a wide range day to like how to have another wide range day. So I'd like to see kind of work off some of the gains from yesterday. But yes, to answer your question, Shawnee Boy did trade off, and it's giving me some confidence to come in more for today. But yeah, I kind of blazed through all the other charts. McRib, I don't know, get an alert set above here. If something happens, I'm not really want to fuck with it to the downside. If it goes through here, like maybe drawing some more buyers above that level, because we have been coming out this like a lot of sideways, and this is kind of a intermediate resistance level. So if we can get above that, got that on the list. Yeah, bro. So I would like to say Tom Brady would take this trade. Tom Brady would totally take this trade, and then he would take a bitch to the buy after. So enjoy your time in Boston, brother. That's it.